Timelords, the Friday of the 13th incident, read by Octobo,
Novella, Abriar,
and Septo.
This story was made by Rian. Well, this is going to be a thriller and horror fiction, but some of you think this fiction is stupid. But this is the first time Rian made a creepypasta. Story starts now.
Today is 12th October, and it's 7 a.m. I woke up. I had breakfast with my friends Octobo, Abriar, and Novella, and after that, we just went to the living room and watched some news on TV. The newsman in TV said, "Breaking news. Tomorrow is the Friday of the 13th. If you're planning to go outside before 10 p.m. It's bad news, because we have reported a murdering incident from the last Friday of the 13th since January this year. Well, you have been wondering who is the murderer out there. His name is Chester Lefaux, one of the most cannibalistic serial killers out there. Well, if you see him, close your windows, curtains, and lock your doors immediately. Because if he saw you when you go outside, he will kill you. But if he manages to break into your house, hide because he might not know where you are. But if you really see him, call 911. Well, that's the end of today's news. I'm Horace Wong, and see you in the next news tonight,"
well, tonight is gonna be horrifying.
says Abriar, and Septo said, "Don't worry, we've got 16 hours and 30 minutes left,"
5 hours later.
I'm kinda getting bored here.
says Abriar. "Well, let's do some research online."
While Septo was researching about Chester Lefaux, we have found this website called murderreports.com, and we were scrolling until we see his bio. The bio said, name, Chester Lefaux, age, 34, but now he is dead. But however, he was revived by an unknown professor. But now, Chester Lefaux changed appearance and he was mutated. And Septo said,
"We have to be careful of this creep tonight."
I agree, says Octobo.
after hours of researching, it was 7 p.m. We went downstairs to watch some news again. The newsman said,
"Breaking news. Tomorrow's weather is going to have rain all day. And remember, don't go outside because you will get electrocuted by lightning. And also the murderer is on the loose. And remember my steps of survival, okay? And that's all for now."
We went to bed at 9 p.m. Suddenly at midnight, when everyone went to bed, Octobo was wide awake. Because he heard a noise coming in downstairs, he dare not go because he knew it was one and only Chester Lefaux. Octobo heard chewing, crackling, dripping from his friends' rooms. The chewing and dripping noise was made by Chester eating limbs. The crackling noises was the house gone on fire. After Chester eats some limbs of his victims, he drags them to somewhere that was still on fire. When Chester went to Octobo's room, and Octobo was shocked what Chester looked like. He just looked like him, but Chester's eyes are black and his pupils are white. And his mouth was huge with a big creepy smile. After Octobo staring at Chester for a few seconds, Chester said,
"I'm gonna take you down, Octobo."
Chester attacked Octobo, and Octobo passed out. Chester dragged him to the basement and trapped him there. When Octobo finally woke up, he could not believe what he saw. He saw his friends' bodies are badly bitten and burned. When his friends woke up and looked at each other and looked at their bodies, they screamed. Many people had burnt skin and injuries except Octobo. Janus got his bottom torso eaten off. Fabura got her lower face and left arm and right leg pulled off. Mars got his upper face cut off. Abriar got her left side of her head burned. Maya had split into two people called Maya Dia. Juno got her arms eaten. Julius and Augustus got half of their faces and limbs burnt off. Septo got his left side burned, while Novella got her right side burned. Lastly, Decella got her legs eaten. Octobo was the only one that is okay. He told his friends to stop screaming, and explained then what happened. Now Octobo's friends know what just happened.
Now the battle begins, with Octobo versus Chester Lefaux.
Octobo said,
"You are going down, Lefaux." Chester said, "Let's fight, Octobo."
when the battle begins, Octobo started strong, and all of a sudden, Chester became angry that he bitten Octobo. Octobo tried punching him, but he is way too strong, and he realized Chester's body is actually armor. So, he decided to melt his armor by using a flamethrower. When he defeated him, he heard a familiar voice in Chester. The person inside Chester's body said,
"Stop, please stop burning me. I'm not the one who you think."
Octobo said.
"Dr. Tace, is that you?"
Dr. Tace said.
"Yes, it's me, Dr. Tace."
Octobo said.
"What happened to you, and are you okay?"
Dr. Tace explains what had happened and said,
Remember the day when we defeated Dr. Spime and his army? Well, after that day, I was gone. 3 years later, I found this weird spring lock costume. After I wore it, I realized it was old, so it failed. And it started taking over my body. Well, at least it did not include the animatronic eyeballs. But however, my eyes started changing color due to wearing this for too long. And only my face is burned. And this costume controlled me, causing me to be evil. And that's how I became Chester LeFaux. After Dr. Tace explained what had happened, Octobo sends his fellow Timelords and Dr. Tace to the hospital.
The next day, Octobo decided to see Dr. Tace and his fellow Time Lords at the hospital. Octobo went to see them at the 12th floor. When he got to see them, they looked good as new. And everyone was happy to see Dr. Tace come back.
And that's how we found Dr. Tace. The end.
So you guys been wondering, what happened to Dr. Sorry. Wrong words I've been saying. I don't know why I'm stuttering, so let me explain. Do you know what happened to the Time Lord's house? The Time Lord's own house. You know what just happened? It burned down. So I think the next story audio, I think they're gonna move into a new apartment. So that's it for the audiobook. Bye. Not audiobook, but audio story. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.